Now this is a debate that will probably never end between fans in the Dragon Ball community, but I figured, let me put my 2 cents in. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yes, Gogeta is better than Vegito, and I'm going to explain why in just a few reasons. Now, I like both Gogeta and Vegito. I mean, they're the same character, just a different form of fusion, so there's no hate involved. That being said, let's go.
All right, let's see which fusion's stronger. All right! So this is what happens when we do that fusion dance.
So first things first, let's look at their opponents. I'll start with Vegito. Vegito was brought about to combat the insane power of Buhan. Goku and Vegeta were clearly struggling with Buhan, and neither of them could defeat him on their own. Once they became Vegito, they were so powerful that they made Buhan pretty much give up.
He won, I lost.
He tried to use his energy ball that could destroy the earth in a second, but they literally treated it like a soccer ball. This was in their base form. Truthfully, they didn't need to do this, but they transformed for Buhan just to flex on him a bit.
Call me Super Vegito!
We all know the story. They could have beaten him, but they allowed themselves to get absorbed to save their friends and family. That was the end of Vegito. They could have fused again, but when Kid Buu came out, they both felt that it was not necessary. Now, we move on to Janemba. One of the best movie villains in all of Dragon Ball. Goku and Vegeta stood no chance yet again against a villain similar to Buu, except Janemba was evil incarnate. Buu still had Fat Buu inside him, so he wasn't pure evil yet. Janemba had no remorse. Goku and Vegeta were completely desperate and had no other options to fight this guy. Remember, this comes after Vegeta's sacrifice, so he hasn't changed at all. Once they fuse, their power is immediately felt through the entire galaxy. From hell. Their fusion is so powerful, the galaxy reacts to it. And oh my god, that music. Gogeta shows up and destroys Janemba within seconds of their fusion. Now this is not to take anything away from Vegito. He could have easily crushed Buu in seconds if he wanted to, but his power was not so immense that the universe reacted to it. So that being said, let's move on to my next point. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This character is the end-all be-all when it comes to fusion. When I think of the most powerful being in all of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta comes to mind. Remember, GT is the ending to the series. Whether you call it canon or not, it's the ending to the Dragon Ball anime series. And for the final fusion, the writer chose to go with Gogeta and not Vegito. Sure, he didn't kill Omega, but when he came out, he completely turned the tide of the battle. He literally embarrassed Omega Shenron. However, Goku and Vegeta ended up defusing because they were so powerful it burned through the fusion timer. Goku and Vegeta tried to fuse again, but due to Omega and Goku being completely worn out, they never got the chance to. Unlike Vegito, which they never tried to fuse into again. Just saying, Gogeta is incredible. Now let's talk about their accomplishments. Gogeta actually beats his opponents, again Omega Shenron being the one exception, but he's 2 for 3 whereas Vegito is 0 for 2. Again, I'm just saying what they show me. Can't get mad at me for calling out what the writers put in there. Now I'm not trying to take anything away from Vegito again, but Janemba comes at a later point in the story and Vegeta didn't get much stronger as he states in the movie.
The most painful thing is that you've gotten stronger while I've remained the same.
What you're saying is true, Vegeta. But you have to understand, I've been training in the other world this whole time. It's only natural that I've progressed, you know? I'm more amazed that you're just as strong as before, even though you hadn't had a body to train in.
Remember, this comes after Vegeta's sacrifice. Goku is so much more powerful in Fusion Reborn. He starts warping reality when he transforms. He shakes heaven and hell just by powering up. Goku back in the Buu Saga was only able to shake Earth. So logically speaking, Goku is stronger in the Fusion Reborn film, which means Gogeta is stronger at this point as well. Then we look at Vegito's fight with Zamasu. Now I know that they retconned the Potara fusion, but check this out. During their fight with Zamasu, I never got the impression Vegito could have beaten him. It looked like they were evenly matched, if I'm being completely honest. It could have gone either way. Wow, look at the excuses I have to make for Vegito. But ultimately they ended up defusing because they used too much power. Again, similar to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Then you look at Gogeta versus Broly, who the writer said at the time, Broly is the strongest person they have ever faced. Yes, even stronger than Jiren. I've been trying to scour the internet looking for this interview, but for some reason I cannot find it. When I do, I promise I will put it in the description below because I'm not lying. This came from their mouth themselves. Now sure, Gogeta struggled with Broly at Super Saiyan 1. I will give you guys that. However, the minute he went Super Saiyan Blue, Broly never touched him again. The fight was pretty much over. So these are just a couple of reasons to prove my point. Like I said, I like both of them. However, Gogeta has been far more impressive than Vegito, and that's just the truth. Let me know what you guys all think down below. That's all I got.
Come on, one more round! And this time, let's make it count.
Gogeta! Win!